Hi! Today we're going to be talking about everything that I made in summer and everything I plan to make in fall. The first thing that I made was the Belinda blouse. Here it is. I made this blouse as part of a video where I was making all of my blouse patterns. It's a series I'm doing on my channel, and this was, I think, like the second thing I made for that video. The first being this vetiver top, but you already saw this because I made this in spring. I love how this blouse looks. I think that the red buttons are stunning, and I like the blue and white stripe. The only problem with this is the fit. It's too tight on my, I don't know if it's my shoulders or my biceps. I guess my biceps are just too powerful for it. I really want it to work, but I'm not comfortable in it, so I don't wear it. It's also been summer and really hot, so I haven't been wearing button-ups. I'm probably gonna end up giving this to one of my sisters. I already gave away a couple of the blouses that I made in that video because I didn't like the fit. They were the Monique top by the Fabric Store. I made two, one with stripes going vertically and one with stripes going horizontally. It's a very simple top. It's just like a boxy top. I just found it uncomfortable because it would ride up into my neck. I didn't give this away yet because I love it, but it just doesn't fit right, so I'll probably end up giving this away too. So that's sad. Also in that video, I made the Stelling tee, which is this one here, which I ended up using fold over elastic for the neckline instead of the neckline binding that the pattern calls for. This fabric doesn't stretch very much. I literally could not stretch it enough to fit around the neck hole. I just used fold over elastic, and I think it looks really nice. It doesn't make it look homemade or anything. This is definitely one of the more worn tops from that video. I also made this in that video, but these two I wear the most. I don't think I'm gonna make the Belinda blouse again. I would have to alter it, and it is such a simple button-up pattern that I don't think that I want my button-up to be that simple. I want them to be a little bit interesting, and I want them to be whimsical. The Stelling tee I will definitely make again. I really like that pattern. I think I need to size down in the next one I make. The vetiver top I definitely will make again. I love this pattern. I've made it probably like 7 times already. I have this potato fabric that I want to make another one, but the second part of this video is planned, so we'll talk about it there. The next thing I made was the Lago Tank by Itch to Stitch, and I used the twin needle for the first time on the binding. I don't really see a need for the twin needle. I think that if you just do a zigzag stitch, it's fine, and so that's probably what I'll continue doing, is the zigzag stitch. This tank top, again, I think I made it in too large of a size. I don't find it very flattering on myself. I haven't been wearing it this summer, but I think in the winter it'll be very nice as a layering piece. And that was my second time making it. The first time I used the wrong fabric, so it didn't work. This time it worked fine. Again, I think I just made a size that's a bit too big. Next, I made the Sweet Pea blouse, which I altered. Instead of it just being an oversized blouse with elastic at the hem, I instead put elastic at the waist. I don't find this blouse flattering on me at all. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it. I think if I wore it with something to cinch in the waist, that would look cute. I don't like how it looks alone. I think that it is very much like a sack. Maybe the fabric isn't drapey enough. And the way the neckline is, how it's a drawstring, that's pretty uncomfortable because it's very bulky and it's hard to get the gathers to sit right. I think I should have sized down 1 or 2 sizes, and then perhaps it would be more flattering. I don't think I'll make it again. I also made the Elliot top, which is in the wash right now, but I will have it in B-roll. And this top I made out of the same fabric as I used for the Sweet Tea top. This is a top that is gathered, so it gathers under the bust and at the waist. I find this top to be also uncomfortable to wear, but it's not really the top's fault. I think it's a very nice pattern and a very nice garment. I'm not comfortable showing that much chest. I don't think I'll be wearing that very often, though I did want to make it for this heat wave. We're currently in a heat wave, 30 degrees every day, and then it only goes down to like 14 at night. We don't have air conditioning. Thought that that might be nice to wear. For that, I did end up making the sleeves with the vetiver top sleeve, this sleeve, instead of the intended sleeve for that pattern. I just didn't like the puffiness of those sleeves. I used to be a puffy sleeve girl. I don't enjoy them anymore. all that extra fabric just isn't practical, and my wardrobe needs to be practical because I wear these clothes to work, where I work. My husband and I did a moccasins making class. It was very fun. It was just at a local craft store. The first day we did the beading, which I chose to do a bee. You have to draw out your own beading pattern, and I like bees obviously because my channel is called The Bee Leaf. I'm saying it like how I want to say it, but not how it's pronounced. It's called The Bee Leaf. Bee Leaf. Which I wanted to say because I never mentioned it before, but I chose The Belief because when I was making this channel, I was watching The X-Files while I was knitting. And something that they say a lot in that show is, I want to believe. And so I wanted my channel name to be a little punny, you know? It's Believe, but it's Bee Leaf. I make a lot of leaves in my home decor, so I thought it was cute. Bee, leaf, I want to believe. Anyway, I drew bees out for the moccasins, and then the next day we sewed it all together. I chose this teal color, a contrasting color. I think that teal and yellow look really nice together. And then there's just faux shearling on the inside. This is real leather, by the way. The shearling is false, but the leather is real. This is Saskatchewan leather, though I live in Alberta. She just sources her leather at Saskatchewan because that's where she's from. So the first day we did the beading, and then the second day we sewed them together. It was $90 for the course, which includes all of the materials. So $90 for a 2-day course, and then you get a pair of moccasins at the end of it. That was just a really good deal. My husband made a pair too. I will include them in B-roll. His have rabbits on them, which is a creature that he uses to symbolize himself a lot. He has a rabbit tattoo on the back of his leg as well. His color choices are a little extra. They look like really bougie. I made myself a bra, and I did not film it because I was trying a new pattern. This is a free pattern by AFI bra. I'll link it below. I made it with some fabric that I got at the thrift store. This is like a stretchy bandexy type material. It is silver on the other side, but I like the black side better. And I used the last of my fold over elastics, so that's why the bottom's black. This side's light blue and the cups are blue. I was just using up scraps. I wasn't sure that this bra would turn out to fit me because according to their website, I have a very strange body shape and they don't have any bras that will fit me. This fits pretty well. I'm very pleased with this. I've been wearing it to work probably for 2 months. It's holding up very well. And so I will probably make this bra again, though I think what I want to make next is the Black Beauty bra by Emerald Erin. I just think it's beautiful, and I bought some new fabric to make that. Speaking of lingerie, I made myself a lingerie bag to wash my bra to improve the longevity of it. I made 3 of these, one for me and one for each of my sisters because they're going to be making bras as well. This is a free pattern by Olulu. It's called the Lingerie Wash Bag. It's very simple. I thrifted every single material for this, although this fabric was from a garage sale, so I don't know if that counts as thrifting. And I'm very pleased with it. It's very functional. It does what it's supposed to do, and that's all I need from it. I also made some crochet kits for my niece and nephew. I don't have them anymore, but it was basically drawstring bags and little pouches that I filled with all the supplies you need to make bucket hats, but I don't have those anymore to show. So this season, the pants I was focusing on was the Pinion Pants by Sew Liberated. I had this butter yellow corduroy that I thrifted last summer, and it's perfect because that color is really in right now. I'm very pleased with how these fit. However, I don't think I'm a fan of corduroy because every time you move, it makes a sound. I like to be quiet. I don't like drawing attention to myself. Like when my shoes squeak, I hate it. And it makes sense because in World War II, the Women's Land Army wore corduroy trousers and they called them whistling cottons. And they really do whistle when you walk. I don't love that. I love the shape of these trousers and I love how they look. I just don't like how loud they are when I move. So I am going to make these again, but I'm going to make them in a different color. I wasn't sure about the butter yellow because I don't like wearing light colors. Typically I like wearing darker colors, but my husband said that I should just keep them butter yellow and not dye them because there's a purpose for them, and he's right. And I'm really proud of how I altered them to fit my body. I did a lot of alterations on these. After I did the mock-up, I could see that the side seam wasn't straight, so I added more width to the hip as well as I did a full bum adjustment on it. That made it fit really well. It's still quite loose on my waist. It's really hard to squeeze over my hips right now, so I can't really tighten it anymore at the waist, otherwise it won't fit over my hips. The joys of a pear-shaped body. I guess I'm just gonna have to live with it. I still think that they're very flattering. They smooth over my back quite nicely. That's everything I made, so we'll move on to plans. I made a mock-up of the foxglove dress. I had altered that pattern as well to fit me better. I altered it too much, so I had to add an inch down the hips. It's bias cut, but I added the strips. Those were cut on straight of grain. It wrinkles over my hips and I hate that. And I also think I need to lower the bodice a little because the gathers aren't under my breast. It's on my breast, which is unflattering. For that dress, I also used the vetiver sleeve. That's my favorite sleeve. I wonder if I can shorten it also so that it's not as long. I want the bottom gore pieces to be higher. I got this fabric at the thrift store. It was $10. It's a silky gray fabric with roses on it. It's very pretty and soft. I want to make the foxglove dress out of this. There's almost 3 meters by 1.25 meters. That's a lot of fabric. It'll definitely be enough for the foxglove. Next, I want to make another pair of pinion pants because I only have one pair of those. And I want to make it out of this denim that I got at the thrift store. 3.24 meters by 1.56 meters. So this is enough to make the pinion pants. And I think that this dark wash will look really classy in the pinion pants. I don't know if I'm going to add all of the pockets to that one. I'll definitely add some. My goal right now is to make all of the patterns that I already have before I buy new patterns. All of the things I'm going to talk about are patterns I already have that I need to make yet. I want to make the Coraline top, which I've already previously talked about. I think I was planning to make it in spring, but I didn't. I have this white cotton that I got at the thrift store. It's a lightweight cotton. It may even be sheer. And this is going to be a button-up that is a simple white button-up in my wardrobe because I don't have one. It's interesting because the collar and the pin tucks will make this a more wearable and interesting button-up in my wardrobe. It's not boring. It's interesting button-up. But again, I don't like the poof sleeves on that. They're not super practical. So instead, I'm going to use the sleeves from the bow blouse by Roberts Wood, those sleeves into the arm side instead. And I think that that'll look even more interesting. I think it'll be very nice. Speaking of the bow blouse, I have 3 button-ups here that I thrifted, I think in the winter. And I think that these will go nicely together to make the bow blouse. If you're talking about capsule wardrobes, another thing that is mentioned a lot in capsule wardrobes is to have a basic white button-up and a basic blue button-up. I like elevated basics. I like interesting basics. So this will be my blue button-up. For this pattern, I am going to follow it pretty well exactly, but for the hem, I'm going to not do the double fold hem. I'm going to try and make it like a dolphin hem, like how button-ups normally are, where it's lower in the front and back, and then it kind of raises up over the hips. We'll see if I can do that. That pattern has a pretty deep hem. I think that that'll be possible. After making those 2 patterns, I have 2 more patterns that I need to make before I can buy more patterns. And they are the garden dress by Frux Studios. I'm going to use this lightweight cotton that I got at the thrift store. It's a light blue color, which I'm not sure I'm super fond of, so I'm probably going to over dye this maybe like green. I think that that would be very nice for the garden dress because garden's in the name. It just makes sense. This light cotton I think will work very nicely for that. I can't remember exactly how much is here, but I'm pretty sure that there's enough here to make that because it uses a lot of material because of all the pleats or all the pin tucks. That's my plan for that. The last pattern that I have to make is the Kosaka pants by So Liberated. That has 2 views. One is more fitted and then the other one has an elastic back. That's view B. I'm going to be making the one with the elastic back. I think that I need to do that for my body type. I need to have the elastic back in order to make it fit nicely over my hips and then also fit nicely at my waist. I have this green material that my sister gave me a couple years ago, and I think that this will make a very nice pair of trousers, and so that's what I'm going to use for the Kosaka pants. For Halloween, I'm being a mixture of the Women's Land Army uniform as well as Rosie the Riveter. And for that, I need a camp collar button-up. I believe that's what the women wore in the factories in the States. I have this, I believe it's cotton, especially because of how much it's wrinkling. I have this dark blue cotton that I thrifted. I was considering this for the garden dress as well, but I think that the light blue material has better drape, so I think that that'll work better for the garden dress. My camera died, and I don't know exactly when, so I'll talk again about the camp collar shirt. I don't know if this is going to be the fabric that I use for that because I also want to make the side tie dungarees by Sasha Starlight. I want to use this fabric for that, and I think that having a matching top and dungarees won't work very well. So I need to use a different fabric than this cotton, which maybe this white cotton I'll be able to make it out of. Anyway, I'll find something in my stash. My plan is to make a camp collar shirt using the pattern that I was going to use for the fabric that I made the Belinda blouse out of, 90s style blouse with a camp collar, and there's a short sleeve option, so that's what I'm going to make for that Halloween costume. The side tie dungarees with this dark blue denim. It's maybe not denim, it's like a canvas. It doesn't have any stretch, so we'll call it canvas instead. The side tie dungarees I think is a very nice pattern. I haven't purchased it yet, but I think that it'll work very nicely. It is size inclusive, so all of the fittedness comes from the ties at the side, hence the name side tie dungarees. With my body type, I think that that's going to be very flattering. That's the plan for that. I also recently bought a bunch of material from Emerald Erin to make some more bras for myself. I got this white and purple lace, which is really pretty. And to make the Black Beauty bra, this is, I think, very pretty for that. I also got this darker lace that has purple and blue in it. I'll have a black bra and a white bra. Duoplex to go with the white. So these to go together. Navy duoplex to go with this lace. These two bras. For the marquisette or the sheer cup lining, I have white of that already, but I also purchased some black so that the black bra can be all black and the white bra can be all white. That is a stack of projects, so we'll see if I get through them all this fall. I'm very excited about the fall. I love fall. It's my favorite season. I am also starting school again, so I'm going to be doing math and English to finish my upgrading so that come March I can apply for nursing school. I am going to be a bit busier in the upcoming months, which is why I'm pre-filming a bunch of videos. We also just got a puppy that will take up a lot of my time too. I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied with my life. Everything feels like it's coming together. I'm very pleased. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who subscribed because I've made it to 400 subscribers and that is amazing. I'm very thrilled that so many people are interested in my crafting endeavors and I hope that you stick around. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you all next time. Goodbye!